But there has been a delay in me letting you guys know what the deal is. And it's not that it's incredibly bad news. You know, I have surgery on February 17th, I believe, to remove the prostate. There is a spot. The good news is that it didn't spread to my lymph nodes or my bones, but there's a spot outside of my prostate that he wants to look at. So he didn't want to wait 3 4 months to have the surgery. He wanted to have it immediately. And I think the second week of February was the first chance that he had to put me on the schedule. So I'm having surgery, and he's going through my stomach. He's going to cut my stomach open and go through my stomach to remove the prostate. And it's going to take a bit of recovery. I think hopefully I won't have to do any radiation from this. It'll be just one and done, hopefully. The recovery is going to be pretty tough. I'll have drainage, tubes and crap for a couple of weeks. I got to be home for a couple of weeks, at least 2 3 weeks, without actually doing work. And I don't even know what that's like. What do you do when you don't work? The delay in posting has been because I haven't really been in the mood to talk. This is best case scenario, but it's still a scenario. And even though I'm having surgery, it's still a risk, even with the surgery. And I do appreciate everybody who is, to give me encouraging words about, you know what, you got this. Yeah, I mean, on the surface, it seems like I do have it, but there's always in the back of my mind that something could go horribly wrong, What if you get in there and find something that is spread somewhere else? I appreciate the kind words and encouragement, but also deal with reality. And reality is cancer is still in my body. I've shut down emotionally the past couple of weeks. I've been shutting out the noise, for every person that tries to give positive, feedback, there's people that give negative feedback. And I'm like, I don't need you to help me, So I've been kind of shutting myself out. And no offense to those who, want to be there for me. People who know me know that if something is going on with me, you don't know about it until after the fact. I've learned, and I'm not saying it's the correct way, but I've learned throughout the years to just deal with stuff internally. I have gone to therapy. I stopped. I stopped because the last therapist really wasn't helping me, right? So I don't think that, you can have textbook process that you go through, but it was too mechanical for me. Like I needed somebody to hear what I'm saying, not so much to hear what I'm saying and then go consult their book to find out what they should say. So my normal inclination is to shut down emotionally. The mask that I wear is to not let you know what's going on with me. And I do realize that that's a flaw, It keeps me safe. It keeps me emotionally safe. but it's not necessarily healthy. So if I have shut you out, I'm sorry. It's just, it was hard for me to open up before anything was wrong. So now that something is wrong, it's even harder for me still. You know, I don't want to be a burden on anybody. I don't want to be weak. I think that's the main thing about it is I don't really want to be weak. Don't want to be in a position of vulnerability, you know, because I have yet to learn how to trust people in my vulnerability. So I would withdraw. I like to say that.
I pronounce that bad, but I'm always working on how I say things, and I might not have it right.
That's Alexa. I'm sorry, y'all. But like, I invent this closet that I go to, and when I'm in this closet, when I shut this door, nobody can come in unless I let them come in. It protects me from hurt, harm, danger. You know, it protects me from people making me feel as if I'm less than them, you know, people using words to hurt me. And it's true, you know, a lot of people, and I can't speak for any other race or ethnicity, but a lot of black men, because we don't learn how to process emotions as children when we grow up, when we're faced with an obstacle, we revert back to that time in our childhood where we felt safe. And that's how we conduct business. So I do admit that I do conduct business sometimes as a 12-year-old boy looking to protect himself, you know, emotionally from hurts that he does not understand. But I can tell you that I want to reach out. I just don't know how. I mean, it's not easy to do. And just because you know how to reach out does not mean that I know how to reach out. I will suffer silently, you know, before I know or am confident that you are genuine in your approach. Someone asks me, like, don't you have any friends where you're at? And I'm like, no, I don't have any new friends. I have old friends. And unfortunately, they don't live in this vicinity. And when I express myself, it doesn't mean that I'm giving up. The kind of person I am, you know, I have to hear things out loud. And sometimes it's not easy talking to myself, right? So when I hear it out loud, then I process it. You know, I'm kind of different in learning. I found out, actually talking to my psychiatrist, is that I am a visual, well, not so much visual, but the way I learn, like 5 of my senses are always active. But if I want to concentrate, then I have to do something to occupy the rest of my senses, you know, so that the sense that I need to concentrate is activated. For example, when I'm listening to something, I tend to doodle on something so that, you know, those senses are satisfied. I can concentrate on hearing what I have to hear. When it comes to reading, I usually have something playing in the background, you know, so that my ears could be occupied. You know, so how I express myself, because stuff is locked up in my mind, is that I kind of like to hear what I have to say so I can understand what I'm feeling. So if I express any kind of misgivings, it doesn't mean I'm giving up. It just means I need to hear what's in my mind, what's in my head. So I won't give up. If I don't have any reason to live, I have an 8-year-old reason to live, or 8.5. So I live for her. I want to live for her. I want to live for her. You know, I want to live for myself. There's things I still want to accomplish that I've been procrastinating on, but you know, going through cancer is kind of putting stuff in perspective. Like, you need to get up and start doing some of the stuff that you want to do. In conclusion, you know, I appreciate you guys for hanging in there, and sometimes you have to reach deep to pull me out, you know. That's okay, right? I'm not the one that's going to be easy to get all the time, but I do know those who want to be in my life be the ones to stick around, even when I'm being difficult. See you next time.